listening to a long acoustic version of Jeff Tweedy. Mad genius on the guitar, probably about as good as John Lennon could ever have been. Probably right there on the level of Woody Guthrie. Man, he's had a hard life. He's got some songs like Washed in the Blood of the Lamb, things like that. All that stuff is great. I'm listening to a recording that went back as 2013, a whole set that goes on for an hour. And then he talks a little bit about music and about being a servant, to the music. And then he plays, his music. And that's like a dedicated musician. You can't keep up with things like that, You can keep up with it and listen to it, but as a musician, you just can't be that good. I can't. I can be on a certain level. I write songs that go on for maybe 4 minutes and then it's done. I don't know how. It seems like his songs go on a long time. Bob Dylan's another one too, where and even Jeff Tweedy couldn't keep up with it, not with the lyrics, but you can't do that. A person can't be Bob Dylan. Not even Jeff Tweedy. And Bob Dylan couldn't be Woody Guthrie. They're all different, but I get kind of like, okay, I'm gonna write a song and I'll go do it, but it's my thing. It's kind of simple. I don't know how long it would take them to learn the song, and they might call it special, but I like this idea of maybe doing an album called the songs from the Guitar Man. I like this character. I want to create characters, and the song from the Guitar Man, or the songs from the Guitar Man, are like a series of songs about this guitar man that goes to coffee shops and acts kind of weird and sings these weird songs at coffee shops, but people like it and they give him tips anyway. They're like, okay, yeah, I'll give you a little bit of tips for that. That sounds like an interesting song. That kind of guy. I don't need a Capitol record deal. That kind of guitar man. Made it to Whataburger again, and we're going to drop this Whataburger at your door, and then we're going to go back home to Fort Worth. It's going to cut, and then it's going to appear in Fort Worth. Okay, on calorie counts. Let me see this. Is 0 for the pickle. They said that Christian Bale ate an apple a day for The Machinist. I don't know if I recommend that movie. It's an intense movie. They had to put him on an IV on the set. No actor on this planet is going to do that kind of stuff. But anyway, they put him on an IV on set for The Machinist. He didn't win an Oscar for that role. But later on, he'd win for The Fighter, playing, was it Dickie or Mickey? I don't remember, Mickey or Dickie. But he was playing a meth head that got in a real bad shape. He did it again, or he did it, well, first he did The Machinist, then I think he did Rescue Dawn, which he was playing a POW camp survivor, and then he lost a lot. And then he was, playing the other guy, Mickey or Dickie. He was like the brother of this fighter that was hooked on. He was the brother of the fighter, and his brother, which was played by Christian Bale, was hooked on like meth, and he had a problem with it and stuff. And it took him a while to wake up and start to get off of it. Then he got thrown in jail a few times and things like that. It was on an HBO documentary about meth. So he got it was a lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight. He lost a tremendous amount of weight. I don't know if that almost killed him, but The Machinist did. When he did The Machinist, it almost killed him. And then he won an Oscar for the fighter. Was he Mickey or Dickie? I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, Christian Bale played Dickie. The fighter was Mickey. You can remember that if you watch You can remember that if you watch Rocky. Rocky Balboa, there's a character in it named Mickey who's the trainer. So it's a fight film. So the fighter, which is named Mickey, that Mark Wahlberg played. Dickie was Christian Bale. And that was a serious role. Wasn't as bad, he didn't lose as much as Machinist, but it was a dangerous amount of weight that he lost. And then he was able to get through the lines. I don't know if he memorized all those lines or whatever, but it was very fluid and very real. Very scary. The rumor I heard about Christian Bale is that he just sits around and smokes Camel cigarettes and drinks beer. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard. Could be true. All right, there's the Whataburger. Looks like it's going to be a 2.4 mile trip, 7 minutes. We'll be there at 11:45 in the ETA, also known as the PM, post meridian, as in post meridium. All right, next time you see it, if we pray God and God gets into my soul and he says, Cole, limit the vlogging, we're going to show up in Fort Worth, because we're in Dallas right now. Maybe the Carrollton area. I'm going to drop this one off, then we'll be in Fort Worth. So I get back to Edmund the cat. I could be way off on this one. It's all 2s and a 1. So let's see if I can get a ballpark figure. Man, I'm nowhere near where these cats are. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going higher or lower. Like, I don't know where. That map is way off. I mean, way off. Nothing there. Yep, it's gonna be further down this. I'm just gonna walk it. I could just sit down and eat their Whataburger, but that wouldn't be a very good thing to do. That would actually be quite ignorant. Wonder where they are. It's gonna be on this side. Yeah, we're close now. I was right on the other side. It's actually this side. Got confused for a minute. There they are. So they wanted me to deliver it in person. It's almost midnight. Nah, wait, it ain't gonna happen. Not at midnight. I don't suggest it. It says deliver in person on the... Get off of my porch. But it's your Whataburger. It's at midnight. I don't care what Whataburger. Yeah. They may order it for breakfast or something. All right, we're gonna head back. Oh, there's my backpack and my stuff. St. Paul Lutheran Church, I have to say. Haven't really, at the time right before Linda took off, that I set the laptop on the table, and we didn't really have a lot of dinners and pray, so it was mostly just working on Escape from Maine, which I got finished, but I left that laptop on the table every night, and I think that's probably what scared her off a little bit, because we weren't praying and eating, you know. I was just working on that script. But anyway, here it is, St. Paul Lutheran, and this was blank too during that time period too. Now it says, love comes from God, 1 John 4. 1 John 4:7. Love comes from God. All right, let's go see Edmund, the cat. Come on, kitty. You've been here all by yourself. You got in there. Let's see what you did. Here he goes, stretching. Just getting those claws going. He's getting ready for a meal. Feed me. Feed me. God, kitty, it's pathetic. Really, I should just give you a couple of bites of kibbles and bits. I found out something, that the corn stuff isn't good for you, and neither is the gluten. And there's a brand that's called Nutrish or something. No, that's the Rachel Race. Yeah, that's not the one. Something Nurture something. Nurture It or something. Anyway, it doesn't have the corn and it doesn't have the gluten. So we're gonna take you off the gluten. And there's one or two cat brand food or cat food brands that will help you. And it starts with like Nurture something. I found out about it today. Just to let you know. Okay, and I'm gonna vlog some of the stuff that we got. I haven't been cooking that much. No Skinny Pete today, but we might do a no card. Because the next scene is going to be James McGill and Kim Wexler at a True Blue Hilton in Albuquerque. So that's the next one, but we'll get a little bit later. Okay. All right. Bringing in the Central Air Kitty. You get a good cat commercial coming up. This is the bag I took today for a little trip to Dallas. It's my favorite bag. I got a freak thing of toilet paper, and it's got some pockets. It's from The Gap, the clothing store, The Gap. I know, kitty, hang on. We're turning it into a cat commercial here in a minute. At least part of it. You didn't get in there or anything. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, kitty. Let's look and see what we got. Well, we got some Glad Flexibles. There's plenty of trash bags for taking Kitty's trash out. Move out, Kitty. Move out of the way. I don't know about that later. Minor thing. There's some tea. Here's one of them. This is known as Wellness. It's grain-free, so that might be better for Kitty. We got the adult salmon recipe. It just says adult on it. Simply Nourish. Yeah, Simply Nourish is the dry food that you want to get them. So I was trying to come up with a name. I don't know about authority, but it's healthy weight. So it's probably adult, and it's good for the cat. And this is the one I got to, which we may give him this tonight. I'm gonna read the instructions on it. It's cage-free chicken and gravy. Yeah, I know, Kitty. I've been gone all day. We're gonna talk about this one in a minute. And we also have this one, which is more Simply Nourish. It's gonna have the salmon, and it's gonna be grain-free. All right, Kitty, give me a second. Let's see if I have. Okay, yeah, he polished off that. I'm trying to look at this one to see how much to give him. Chicken broth. Chicken, it's got some stuff. Just looking for serving size. He's an average fat cat. Yeah, he's gonna jump up here. He's an average fat cat is really what he is. Let's look at my tea. Well, trying to see if it's okay to give him one. Don't say anything about serving size on it. Don't see it anywhere. Okay, Kitty, calm down. You're gonna get some in a minute. Just hang on. It's getting kind of crump. Grain, corn. Oh, it does have corn and wheat, soy. Maybe not the best. I'm seeing if this is like a full-on package. Is probably what I'll just give him. Why would they not put serving size on it? Kitty, hang on. Okay. Well, we'll just go with the whole thing. All right, welcome to the Please Subscribe Show Kitty Edition. And we're gonna use this one because it's kind of runny, so it has the edges right here. And then Kitty is going, like when I'm doing this, he's going. Here, come on, Kitty. Get in the program. All right. Probably gonna do, I don't know, like half. About that much. There, let me see if I can. Seems like he likes it. This I was told not to get him, but a lot of people get this stuff, and it's got a lot of gluten in it right here. Can't really see it, but this I was told today by a lady that has 4 cats that this is Purina Cat Naturals is not that good. It can put weight gain. It's got gluten and corn. He really likes that stuff. But that has corn in it. So. We'll just worry about it later. And remember, I've got 3 children and a cat. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to you later. This is Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes. He's my cat. Come on, polish it off. Come on, kitty. Anyway. All right. Thanks for watching. Exciting news. I went ahead and laid down another note card for Skinny Pete and friends, the teleplay. It is a sequel to Better Call Saul. That's Kitty. Finally starting to play. We got one of the things here. I'll talk about the note card. He usually doesn't do this, so I'm impressed. Here's some of his toys. He's got catnip. He's got this little guy right here that has a thing in it. He's got this little ball right here. And then the other thing right here, he's got this little whale shark home. And then this thing, it's got a little rat in it. Okay, he's getting calm. We'll go back to this. Okay, so we got the note card. This is gonna be Jimmy McGill, sorry about the G, and Kim Wexler. We're gonna be in a true blue Hilton. There's a flat screen, Samsung. We're gonna have a Alfred Hitchcock movie playing, Rebecca. And Tempur-Pedic, they'll be in a Tempur-Pedic. It'll be electric. There'll be a Bible. The room will be 317. Jimmy will be reading from the Bible. He found a Bible verse. I found a Bible verse. Kim, I love Rebecca. Looks so, that set, black and white. Popcorn? Ephesians and I don't know what that word is. Corinthians. Maybe something on Corinthians or something like that. Find out what I said there. That pencil's kind of crazy that I was using. Ephesians and a passage on Corinthians or something like that. And then it'll start from there. He'll try to educate Kim Wexler on the finer ways of life and biblical verse. She'll accuse him of being over-biblicizing or being over-biblical. Over-biblicizing. Anyway, this is the scene we're going to do, so. Good night. Well, looks like Dearly Departed Tours with Scott Michaels is doing goodbye to legendary Viper Room 1986 to 2023. So Johnny Depp's legendary Viper Room, tearing it down.
I'll bring the system. Almost ready. Since you handcuffs stuff. RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen standard on Blazer or extra pixel.
So I'm a big Elliott Smith fan. I had a dream. I was at an outside bar. It was on a hill. I remember it very weird. And the hill rolled down. There was a sidewalk. There were a lot of people at the bar, and everyone was really happy. But it was outdoors. It wasn't indoor. Elliott Smith was there. I'd never met him before. Jordan the Lion met him and talked about microphones to him. But we were outside. He looked kind of healthy. You know, he was up to weight and up to par. And he didn't talk a whole lot. He was kind of quiet. He was on his own. I think he might have been drinking a beer or something. And I was talking about, you know, the werewolf movie that I was writing and things like that. And I didn't mention any albums I liked of him, but I said, you know, I'm real envious. I'm real jealous of your music because, you know, you're one of the best musicians out there. And he just kind of nodded like that. It was kind of like almost like heaven, because like outdoors there was like kids running in the background. The hill rolled down, so it went down, and there were other friends of mine and stuff like that that were there. I just didn't recognize them. Everyone looked different. The only thing is Elliot still had his tattoos, which I thought was interesting because I know he had tattoos. But I just had the dream though. It was really weird because I'm a big Elliott Smith fan. Just some people would be like, if they were big Elvis fans and they had a dream that they met Elvis. But in the dream, I had to go somewhere. I was going to tell them about my werewolf movie, and I was probably talking about Grace. And I ran across this field, and I was running, and I ran to pick up something. Like my car was like on the other side of this field in this tree, and I ran all the way through like these trees and everything. I turned around, and then I ran all the way back up the hill, like really, really fast. I was like a werewolf or whatever, you know. And then I sat down at the bar, and then I was like, I wasn't breathing hard or anything. And I looked over, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish that dang werewolf film. And then one of the lines in the movie or something, or in another werewolf movie, was like, everybody that I know is a werewolf. You know, that was like one of the lines. And he was kind of laughing at the whole thing. I didn't tell him about my music though. But anyway, it was cool. It was a cool dream. I had to log that really quick. Today is May 24th, and I'm way behind schedule.